Ladies and gentlemen, members of parliament, dear friends, please allow me to express a few thoughts on the key subject of our assembly. I have chosen as the title of my paper the relations between local communities of the Orthodox with the information society and how these relations shape their future. In other words, I want to continue the thoughts that I have been expressing these last 3 years on every occasion concerning the new technologies and the possibilities offered by new technologies on expression of opinion and more direct democracy. Let me say from the very beginning that these communities, usually communities of economic or political migrants, throughout these centuries have always lived in pain and have tried to keep in their soul the love for their home country. And we all know histories of migrants here in Europe, in Vienna, in Paris, Bonn, Stockholm, London, Rome, Eastern communist countries. You remember the junta in Greece, dictatorship of Pinochet in Chile, or in Spain. All those illegal, often illegal political migrants or even economical migrants after the Second World War who came to ensure a better life have struggled in their life and survived, and nothing has been easy for them. You are all aware of this history, and some of you also have a personal experience. Some of you here, dear parliamentarians, are children of such migrants who have preserved the roots of your fathers, and you are representing in the parliament your home country, being citizens of this new country, and you have experienced the problems and concerns of refugees. The world, the heroic world of migrants and their families has structured a relationship of interest with their old country and place of origin, constantly being redefined and renewed. A permanent concern and anxiety to keep this relation of love alive and convey it to their kids, an interest to be connected, to remain connected with their home country. And there have been schools teaching their mother language and history of their home country because the children of migrants wanted to be connected with their home country, and they have shown their interest through organizing national or local events in order to preserve their customs, their habits, their local traditions, their popular songs, dances, and garments. Finally, the local churches, which have constructed churches and have appointed priests from their place of origin, are interested in the religious and spiritual existence of all those migrants and their children. The state care vis-à-vis these groups of migrants is well known and given. They are trying to offer them the necessary services so that they stay connected with their home country, and also they use them as lobby groups in order to promote interests seemingly national abroad. You all know the lobbies of the Jews or Armenians or Greeks in the US and how they serve the national interests. This is all heroic, and this has all been according to tradition, but this all has been changed for these old groups of old migrants, because those old migrants now have been integrated into the new country, the habits and the logic of the new country. They have now different problems, and they have raised their kids and grandkids in a multicultural society. Their kids were married to foreigners that have nothing to do with their place of origin. Their children and grandchildren are now families of with people from other religious faith or other nationality. Sometimes they have never visited, or they just rarely visit their country of origin, and keep no emotional bonds with their home country. Once I was shocked by an American soldier of Greek origin. His family was from Greece. He was a second-generation migrant, and he had stated in fluent Greek that he would be ready to kill any Greek that would try to harm his second country, that is America. This is all logic and expected. But I would like us for a moment to go deeper into the subject and see from now on, now that everything is changing really fast and radically, I'd like us to see what we can say or what we can suggest to this new generation of Christian Orthodox of the diaspora. What we can say or what we can suggest to these young people who see the West as their model, who see Western Europe as their model, and the Western European way of life is expanding and dominating over all social space. I think we all understand the meaning of this term, and young people today are trying to find a job and build a life, and they dream of a better world. So they look critically to the past, and they blame us for all the problems young people are faced with. Young people cannot effectively handle their time. They cannot manage their time because they are bombarded by millions of pieces of information, and they do not know what to choose and what to reject. So those people who receive thousands of stimuli every day, these people must make an effort to get to know God. No, I don't think so. Those people are called upon to meet, to get to know, to understand, and to love the place of faith, and indeed Christian faith, Orthodox faith, because they are Christian Orthodox who, by heritage, because their two parents were Orthodox, Christian Orthodox. So these are the people that the Church is addressed to in cooperation with the state entities of the first country or different cultural bodies related to the local culture or other bodies teaching the language of origin. In such a package with the respective emotional charge of the parents and not of the young person himself or herself, they are trying to convince him that this is all interesting. Luigi Pirandello, a scholar, goes right to the point and states, selfishness urges us to take the place of life and make a fake reality for the others, which we think is good for them, but it is not. Because each person has his or her own reality, which the others should respect as God-given, even if it is destructive for the others. So God and acquaintance with God requires time. And young people do not have much time available in their daily life. Friendship with God is a very difficult friendship that requires sacrifices, deep sacrifices and self-denial in order for this friendship to be fruitful. It is a process of experience where each person enters on his own, by himself, with the help of the church, and is trying to handle this experience to the best. This package refers to a new Christian Orthodox person who must speak the language of his parents and grandparents, dance local dances, attend the events of the local community, and be defending the rights of his country of origin. Now, if his home country has problems and conflicts with another neighboring Orthodox country, and whether several criminal acts have been committed and weigh on their relations, well, the church has to push them under the carpet and pray for the Christ-loving army. This package that is suggested to young people neglects the fact that each person is unique, and every young person in this era is unique. Using new technological possibilities, and the main elements of the identity is actually a collection of different elements. First of all, I'm not sure whether young people are willing to go into detail and get informed and study and understand differences among different Christian churches. For example, differences between the Orthodox and the Catholic Christians. They expect an honest stance. They expect a crystal clear and forgiving discourse on the part of the church, and however, they see the church trying to explain and defend historic certainties and differences with other Christians, or trying to defend state or patriotic interests. If now we turn to another region, another church, where such things do not happen, where the church is not characterized by national or local colors. The Church of Africa, for example, and the Patriarchate of Alexandria, where the other Orthodox churches have respected the autonomy of the ecclesiastic space and have not constructed different local churches. For example, I happened to attend the liturgy in the Diocese of Mozambique, and I had a very pleasant experience because Christian Orthodox people of different origins, different citizenship, and of course local inhabitants attended the Mass together. And actually, it is those people that the church belongs to. There was no obvious, visible or invisible national identity, no local colors. The language of the liturgy was Greek because the church belongs to the Greek Orthodox community, and the key parts of the sacrament of Holy Eucharist is covered by 4 different languages. So I can claim that in the West there are enlightened priests who can serve the needs of the youth in the church, because actually the church is an entity whose objective is to save souls. It is not a cultural association or a national or a local club. We all know the reasons, ladies and gentlemen, which have urged the local Orthodox churches to establish such unnatural relations with the state and the country. We all know why they keep such relations alive, but we do know as well that we cannot proceed this way. The churches must get rid of this burden. We all know that the Holy and Great Synod of the Orthodox Church will take place in Istanbul in 2016, and this synod will open up the way, will raise subjects in order to free the dynamic, the potential of this place. And if and this can bring about impressive results in Orthodoxy. Many things can be done in common. There can be a joint effort for young people, children or grandchildren of former migrants, grandchildren of Bulgarian former migrants in Germany and their counterparts, children of Belarusians or Greeks, are the same children as German origin kids, and there is no difference among them. They are all Christian Orthodox who have received the christening sacrament. There is no difference before the church, and the church needs to see the future of the world through the eyes of those children. Thank you.